I need to. What's going on?
Yes, the foundation we laid down was so strong, and it's just like,
Live and also on Station Head, so make sure you guys tune in for the actual station first. R&B singer signed to the Rock, my pretty. Let's go.
Somebody tried to call me, like they don't know I'm live. Like
What's going on, world? Let me get Mary Sweetness, aka Sweetness. Stacks ready. We came to make sure you throw back independent artists, and it pays to be a listener. If you're bringing to our channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Before we get started, I bless everyone, including myself, with a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. And you know we specialize in a good receipt. We've also brought back our Cashback. We decided to link with Chime. We'll talk about that towards the end of the video. Shout out to Gangsters, American Gangsters, or Alicia Hall. We're going to be checking out her party tomorrow, her album release, her video release party tomorrow. But today we're talking about New Music Monday. Young Jeezy, aka Snowman, aka Take It Easy. He's responsible for something called trap music, right along with his counterparts, T.I., and of course, Gucci Man, but we'll talk about that in a separate video. Today, New Music Monday, we're going to get to the latest with his project. It's called MJ Jeezy. We're going to go over the pros and the motherfucking cons, okay? So, Young Jeezy first came on the scene in the mid-2000s, 2004. As you guys already know, he was part of a group called Bad Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood, excuse me. It was a branch from Bad Boy South of Bad Boy Entertainment. And of course, he came as a solo artist, ventured onto his solo artist, doing Thug Motivation 101, which album is a bop up into this day. As you guys already know, Jeezy is Platinum Plus selling artist. But we did not pay attention until he came with his smash hit called Soul Survivor. The video was a bop, and of course, several hits like I Put On, several features with I Love Your Girl, etc., etc., etc. So we're gonna go over the pros and the cons of his latest project called MJ, Michael Jackson, Jeezy. We're going to go over the pros and the cons. And of course, he just dropped a latest mixtape. It's called Blackout 2. It came out last month. Now, if you guys want a separate video on the album Blackout 2, post it in the comments, because you already know when I get music, I'm like not the regular Joe. I got to sit on it. I got to listen to it a couple of times to give you guys my full diagnosis. So let's get into the pros and the cons of the latest from his single called MJ Jeezy. Now, I'm liking the simple fact that Jeezy does not disappoint with his lyrics. With him, of course, him riding the beat, with, of course, him giving something for the hood, and, of course, him telling the hood story and getting it back to our trappers in the hood, if that's a word, of course. So I'm liking the flow, and I like the simple fact that he took a brand like Michael Jackson and made it his own, calling him the Michael Jackson Jeezy. So I like the simple fact, I like the concept, and I'm also loving the visual. He's on the plane. He's taking a travel with his family. At the time, his wife, Jeanniemai, and they look cute little baby. I absolutely love Monaco. She's cute. She looks like a blend of both of them. They're taking a trip, and of course, they're going to the hood. It looks like they might be either Georgia or they might be in the streets of Miami. I don't know. If you guys know better, put in the comments. I like the simple fact that everyone is they're participating and showing him hood love and giving him hood royalty. I like the segments that he's just basically being the the poster child for the people. And that's what Jeezy gives me all the time, the poster child for the people. Okay, now, to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like Jeezy is bigger than this single. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see a former trap boy, and this is no shade to Jeezy, I don't want to see a former trap boy who has a book, called the Surviving Anniversary, which is the latest from his project. And if you guys have any other books up and coming, Jeezy knows it's a bestseller. It's called Survivor. If I'm pronouncing the title or mispronouncing the title, put it in the comments. Give me that for Christmas. I would love to read it. It looks like a great stocking stuffer. It's also the #1 bestsellers list as well too. So shout out to Jeezy. Now, back to the cons of the show, MJ Jeezy. Now, I'm loving the fact that Jeezy is a part of the hood, and he is responsible for something called trap music, which is Hood Motivation 101. I get all of that, but I want to see some type of growth in the music. I don't want to hear a rapper that came from the hood, which is next to nothing, and made next to nothing, which is self-made, talk about the same things. I'd rather him give me something where, of course, you're going to go back to your old roots, but I want to see growth in lyricism, and I want to see how you went from sugar, in this case, not sugar to ish, from ish to sugar. You know what I mean? And that's no tea, no shade. I'm just saying, I think that Jeezy has he's evolved. He's now not only a best-selling author, but he's a self-made millionaire. So I want that brand to be more of him, putting it more in the music. Like, okay, well, I'm a rapper, but this is how I made it, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm not really buying, okay, we're still doing the same thing that we did back in the day, like back in the day. No, I'm not feeling that. So, but the record was pretty much good all in all. I'm giving it a 5.5, only because Jeezy is definitely going back to Jeezy 101 from Hood Motivation. So I like that. Motivation 101, excuse me. But through and through, it was okay. Now, let's get to why we're really here. Now, word on the curb is that Jeezy is divorcing Jeanniemai Jenkins, his wife, who he happens to have met on The Real. Now, Jeanniemai is a personality that was on the hit series The Real, which it has been canceled for a little while, but she was a personality on The Real, and they met on the set. Word on the curb is that they were keeping the relationship on the wraps for a long time until they just wanted to make it known to the public they were in a relationship. Now, word on the curb is that Jeannie did not want to have any babies, but she just so happened to have his baby because she felt like they meshed together and that it felt so right. On word on the curb is that these two were absolutely separated for a long time, and the information was leaked out. Word on the curb is that allegedly Jeannie may or may not leaked it out. But if you want to know what we really know, you got to go to stationhead.live/Mary Sweetness for the first. We can't give it all away. All I know is that in my personal opinion, I was really liking the fact that they were together, but I'm not surprised that they separated. They didn't read that they meshed well as a couple. I just didn't see that. I felt like she was more into the relationship than he was. But if you guys know anything more about the relationship or you want to give your opinion, post in the comments. Okay, so back to our listeners. All listeners get to be a part of the Cashback experience. As you guys already know, we have linked up with Chime. Chime, I absolutely love Chime. I personally bank with them. They have direct deposits, and if you qualify for a direct deposit and open up a direct deposit with Chime, you get $100 from us. We'll put the link in the comments. Now, Chime, if you want to get on top of your bills, they report, and you're actually, excuse me, not just on top of your bills, yes, but if you want to, let's say, fix your credit, they report to all 3 credit bureaus. They also have something called Spot Me. So if you have a withdrawal situation, they cover you, and that's taken care of. They also have a secured credit card, and there's no fees, no interest. So we're absolutely loving Chime. And if you want more information about Chime, we have that information in the comments below. Well, I'm done with this. I'm your girl, Mary Sweetness, aka Sweetness Stacks, where we cater to Main Street throwback independent artists, and it pays to be a listener. Make sure you guys continue to follow us on Facebook.com/Mary Sweetness 77 to join our sex radio group, and Instagram Miss Albie Sweet, and our TikTok Mary Sweetness 64. We're getting ready to close this one out on a positive note. We do wish Jeanniemai and Jeezy all the best of success. I am no fan of a broken home. I am not. So we hope and truly want the best for them, and we hope if they don't make it, they do end up co-parenting cohesively. Well, anyway, I'm done with this. Remember that the best shit to come, and if I can leave some encouraging words, spread love because you can. I'm your girl, Mary Sweetness, aka Sweetness. Stacks Radio to Main Street Throwback Independent Artist, and it pays to be a listener. Make sure you check us out. Stationhead.live / Mary Sweetness, 8:45 p.m. It's always a vibe. It's always a bob. And we will see you on the show. And if you're an independent artist, make sure you DM us your information. I love you guys for watching. We'll see you on the show.